What's up, guys? Dallas versus World with the first chat of the night. I got to turn this setting off. Holy cow! Like moving my camera, watch it. That might be out. We'll test it out tonight. Dallas, first chat of the night, man. OU walking everyone right now. It's good tonight. Are you watching the Texas OU game? I'm bringing up Miami, Clemson. I'm bringing up a bunch of games, so we're gonna follow all of them. Clemson Miami's a really good game right now. Runner on third, one out for Daniel Cuvée. Yeah, bad. Bad there by Cuvée. Let's check on some of these games here. Florida's dog walking Arkansas 9-4 in Fayetteville. A&M's barely beating Missouri 10-1 bottom 7. Kentucky beating LSU soundly 7-2. LSU is not looking good. Mercer is tied with Oregon State 3-3 top 5. Texas is losing 3-0 to Oklahoma. It's a big opportunity for Miami. That was a very Sosa with the double to tie the game. Wow. Picks up Cuvée after just a really bad at bat, right? What is going on with LSU and how can they correct course? I don't know, Barks. I mean, that's a good question. Why is it zooming in on me when I put my arms up? To be honest, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with them. It just seems like, the team's just not playing. Fire up the chat, boys. Yeah, Georgia Tech with the big win over NC State Friday night. Tate McKee, best game of his career. 7 1/3 innings. I think that's the deepest he's ever gone into a game, like by far. I would be surprised if you told me he's pitched 7 innings before tonight, I would be really surprised. But kept his pitch count low, got into the 8th inning, went 7 1/3, so pitched into the 8th inning. And then Mason Patel has looked lights out since he came back from injury. He did not look good out of the gate as a starter. Went on had some kind of minor injury for a few weeks. So Miami ties it up. Top 7. Not by far. Seven innings twice. Okay. So he's gone 7 innings before. Seems like LSU is this year's A&M. Yeah, definitely. Versus Miami. Okay, regional last year. I remember the regional. I don't remember the Miami game. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to watch McKee pitch at all. I got to see Patel pitch. I was at one of my son's good friends' birthday party, and we were there. By the time they got to sleep and everything, it was like 8:45. So I didn't get to, and it was a quick game. Not a lot of offense. I think Georgia Tech had 4 hits. NC State had 5. Not a ton going on in the game. Georgia Tech hit a couple home runs early to give them the 3-1 lead. And then it was basically like no one scored. And then I think NC State scored in the 5th or 6th. But for the most part, it was a pitcher's duel. Man, McKee, by all accounts, looked great. Happy Friday, Kyle. What's up, Diamond? Yeah, happy Friday. We got action going on. All right, let's look at some of these other scores here. So right now, guys, we've talked a lot about Oregon State kind of being, they don't play anybody. Well, Mercer is tied with Oregon State right now in top of the 5th, 3-3. And Mercer is killing it right now. They're one of the best mid-majors in the country right now, but still, Oregon State is a good team, right? I've never said that they're not a good team. I just say they're untested because they don't play anybody. So Texas has made this a game. It's now 3-2, bottom 7, 2 outs, runners on second and third. So we got a ball game in Austin. Vandy and Tennessee are 2-2 in the 8th. Oregon's beating UC Santa Barbara 1-0 in the 7th. Arizona State, West Virginia just started. 2-1 West Virginia in the 2nd. Kentucky look like they're gonna shut the door on LSU in game 1. LSU will move to 2-5. We'll check the game here real quick just to make sure. LSU has added on a few runs. 2 outs in the 9th. It's 7-4 with a runner on third. So they still got some work to do. Oh my God, you guys just chatted 100 times. NC starter legit. Yeah. NC State's and North Carolina State's got, are you talking about NC State or UNC? NC State's got arms. They have serious arms as starters. Is UNC not playing tonight? Where is UNC? I'm looking through the scores. I don't see UNC anywhere. Are they not playing tonight? OU Outfitters almost ran into each other. Wow. NC State. Yeah, NC State's, yeah, he again, I didn't get to watch, but he's got really good numbers, and what he did against Georgia Tech's offense, that's all you need to know. Go Noles. We beat Mercer 24-5 in a midweek, Big H, in a midweek. Oregon State is mid. New ball game, baby. Yeah, big. That was a big-time hit by Sosa's had some huge hits in this series. Aiden Robbins batting now, too. Demetra and me, pretty smooth call tonight. Nice. Demetra's good, man. He's really good. Demetra is easy to work with. Like, his timing is just perfect. When you're doing broadcasting, a lot of times when you're working with someone you haven't worked with before, like the timing, you're trying to figure out, okay, when he pauses for like a second, is he done? Or is he still thinking? Dusty, get the Miami game on, champ. Aiden Robbins walks, bases loaded again for Texas. 5 walks this inning. Yikes. Oh, McClatty with the backside bomb. Canes, you spoke too soon, man. Adrian Rodriguez now batting for the Horns. Nice. No props for me on the call. Come on, Meat. No, you did a great job. I mean, I only got to watch like an inning and 2/3. I didn't get to watch any of the game. I was following it on the live tracker, but I didn't get to watch any of it. That thing was out by a mile. Holy cow. March Madness on the screen for me, boys. I could care less about them. I mean, like, I'm just not a basketball guy. Actually, funny enough, we were watching the we thought whoever was then we just nailed the next hitter. ESPN app is too brutal to even use. Well, we do it through Disney Plus. We have like the Disney Plus, Hulu Plus, ESPN Plus package, whatever you want to call it. And it's actually way better. if you have that combo. SEC getting absolutely pulverized in March Madness. Texas leaves bases loaded in back-to-back innings. Kyle, what's on the smoker tomorrow? I don't even know. I don't even know if we're doing anything tomorrow. Anytime I move, I got this new setting on the camera. I'm testing it. And when I move, it moves with me. Watch. I don't know if I like it or not. So I don't know what I'm doing on the smoker. Definitely want to do something, though. I haven't done a pork butt in a while. Maybe do a pork butt. Get some pulled pork going. The Knowles bats are dry, but the pitching is red hot. Yeah, I mean, I think Florida State as far as I think Florida State's probably the best all-around team. Yeah, turn the setting off ASAP. It's giving porno. High tech. I'm just testing it. I think if I turn it, it's going to mess up the camera if I adjust it right now. But man, Clemson showing some life. They give up the lead, allow Miami to tie it in the top half of the seventh. They come right back with a two out bomb to take the lead back. What game are we watching? I will flip to baseball. I'm watching Miami Clemson right now, but there's a ton of really good games going on. Ole Miss, Mississippi State, bottom 8, 4-3. Kentucky, LSU may be over now, but it was 7-4 in the ninth. Where are these other games? Alabama destroyed Auburn 11-1. Alabama's looking hot. Southern Miss barely beat Appalachian State. Georgia beat South Carolina 5-2. Southern Cal beat Maryland 11-10. That has to be the most runs Southern Cal's given up all year. Florida State beat Duke 3-1. A lot of low-scoring games tonight. Boston College, biggest upset tonight is Boston College taking down Virginia in Game 1. Boston College is now 7-3 in the ACC. 7-3. I'm not making that up. But Texas and Oklahoma are, let me see what the score is now. It's 3-2, Oklahoma, bottom 7. Tennessee and Vandy are tied 2-2 in the 8th. It's like low-scoring affair almost everywhere on Friday. This is like an actual Friday night baseball. Like pitchers are dominating. Ugh. What is the Miami Clemson score? Clemson just went up 7-6, going to the top of the 8th. Boston College apparently is legit. Dude, I was saying it 2 years ago. I think that offense, if you can get, and again, at Boston College, it's really difficult with all the hurdles they have in recruiting. But if you can get good players there that can run that offense, and you can get enough pitching, like you're just like, no one's used to facing an offense like that like everyone that gets on is going to try to steal. And they're going to bunt a lot. Guys are not good. I don't care what you say. Defenses are not great at fielding like guys that can really bunt for base hits. And that was how Boston College won it, basically, is like a bunt, misplay, tried to get the lead runner at third. Throw was bad. Guy ended up scoring. Boston College is second best ACC team in standing, 7-3 record. Only one better is 6-1 Knowles. Georgia Tech is now 7-3 as well. So, watch it, Big H. Watch it. All right, I am in Miami versus Clemson. Yeah, this is a big game because Miami's trying to get back on track. They won last night in a very similar game, tight game. This pitcher's got some hair on him for Clemson. Holy cow. Oh, I checked the standings. I guess they didn't update it. Yeah. I mean, it just ended like, I guess it ended a while ago now, but about an hour ago. Man. Bad defense from Clemson, but still makes the play. I don't think the hitter for Miami was running hard out of the box. Georgia Tech played really well tonight. Maybe most complete and professional game I have seen in a few years from them. Burris really struggling. What was I know Burris had a couple walks, but what did his outs look like, Dusty? This Clemson guy's got a 97-mile-an-hour turbo sinker. Yeah, he does. Clemson's legit, man. Like, it's weird because, like, they got a ton of arms in the bullpen. They got really good starting pitching, but they just haven't been able to win. I mean, the offense hadn't been great. Certainly, that's been the weakness of the team. The offense has been bad. How do you not love Big Zoe? Switch hitting freshman catcher. What, Sosa? Burris seems to be pressing a bit, way out in front, poor pitch selection, just unusual things for him. I agree. That's what I said last night. I said he's out front and around everything. He's reaching for everything. Like, he just needs to think, like, down the right field line. Let the ball get deep, hit it down the right field line. Bad at bat by Shahan there. Bad at bat by Shahan. This guy for Clemson is nasty. He is. Oh, Alonso Alvarez. He hit opposite field double. Okay. Doesn't Sosa catch too? Dubovik, though, on the play Dubovik is he's been really good too. UCLA 10-0 conference, 10-0 in the conference with a 17-game win streak. Absurd. Yeah, but Big H, like, they're not going to play anybody. You know, they're going to have a couple tough series in conference. That's it. So if you're a hitter facing this guy for Clemson, especially a righty, you got to think, like, inside everything. Like, you cannot get it's going to blow you up if you get around it. And then if it's a slider, you're just gonna roll over. You gotta fight to stay inside the pitch. And if Nelson gets out, I mean, you're keeping this guy in the game with what he's doing. You're not changing the pitcher. Mid-90s with turbo sink. Pretty good slider. Look at that thing. That's nasty. Well located, started off the plate. Comes back, sinks right to the bottom of the zone on the outside, outer third probably. Yeah. That's a tough at bat. Not many freshman hitters have faced that before. That turbo, that legit bowling ball sinker in the mid-90s, right on right, is about as tough a matchup as you can get. There's not many matchups that are worse. Down to 3 outs. That's right, Canes. Tough for Miami. Just need to put up a 0 here. Yeah, put up a 0. And really, Nelson's getting a lot of chases. I mean, and it rightfully so, because his stuff's pretty overpowering. Welcome back. Dusty is back in the chat. Dusty is back in the chat. We're happy to have him back. He was kind of trash talking it a little bit. He's trash talking the stream. He said the stream's dead. Nobody's in here. So, that hurt. That stung a little bit when he said that. I'm a little perplexed how NC State gets as many guys as they do. And I have for years. The stream has been dead. Shut up, Dusty. I'm still here. Diamond's here, using you to stay updated while I test a new feature. Nice. Need Durso to do well here. Yeah. I mean, dude, Durso's numbers are kind of insane. 14 and 2/3, 25 Ks. That's pretty good. 25 Ks in 14 innings. Man in the arena, Dusty. You haven't been here. Stay in your lane, Unk. He was the last commit in our 2025 class. He was a 1-star recruit. Dusty, stick around for Professor Wren talks geopolitics. Yeah, that'll be after hours. That'll be after hours. But yeah, NC State, what's crazy is NC State has a really big recruiting pipeline out of Florida. They get a ton of really good players out of Florida. Like Trey Turner, for example, is one of those guys. He had 4 followers on Twitter. Brian Recca, the New York Prep baseball scout, Jonathan, myself, and Laz. I can't wait to watch their guy throw tomorrow. One of my favorite deliveries. Big time stuff. Yeah. Is it what's his name? What's his name again, Dust? NC State came into tonight slugging 372 in conference. Offense not very good lately. Yeah, it has been struggling in conference. Duden. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, I remember him. He's always been like, he's always been kind of the guy they thought would be the Friday guy. And his command was always kind of iffy. Let's see what he's done so far this year. Are you on the call tomorrow night, Dusty? So Duden has a 3.72, 36 innings pitched, 29 hits given up, 8 walks, 46 strikeouts. So, yeah. He's basically got a straight up 1 whip. which is really good. 215 opponent batting average, striking out a ton of guys. So, yeah, he's going to be tough. I mean, very similar numbers to Marone, but probably a little bit, you know, ERA's worse for Duden, but the overall numbers are better for Duden. No, I got the boot. It's linear. Devin Travis. Oh God. I'm gonna have to claw my eyes out listening to that. He's due for some walks tomorrow. Did everyone just see the camera zoom in? Now it's zooming out. Yeah, I have this weird setting on. I'm gonna turn it off because it is weird. It's like it automatically tracks me. See how it does that? Let me go. I'm gonna turn it off. Okay. That should have fixed it. Yeah, that fixed it. I like the zooms, good dramatic effect. Keep the setting. It's kind of sweet. Devin Travis has gotten a lot better, man. Take it easy. Also on the all nice guy ever team. I mean, all I know is I listened to a ton of his games last year and I was just like, what are we talking about? Keynes, he forgot to switch the setting after naughty time with wifey. Yeah, in my office with the wall right behind me. Yeah, Dusty's nearing a timeout. That's right. Need Durso to stay locked in. Dusty, just wait till Kyle is on a call with Devin Travis. That would make sense because he's a analyst. He's a color commentator. They don't do many. Two analysts broadcasts. Padded wall. Official announcement. Kyle has been relieved of his duties as ACC network analyst. I haven't, but I'm definitely not doing as many games as I would like. Hate to break it to you guys. Yeah, maybe I should take it out of my bio. Now I'm doing the Conference USA. Yeah, Durso's kind of falling behind. So Dusty is a play-by-play guy. Yeah, Dusty does most of the Georgia Tech games. He's like the guy that does most of the Georgia Tech games now. Tiger Woods arrested on suspicion of DUI. That's not good. Believed to be impaired by medication. Are you trying to do more? I would love to do more. Durso need to lock in. Just throw strikes, brother. Yeah, he's a little bit worried. A little too worried about the runner up first. No, I am not good enough for play-by-play. Yeah, he's not. Yeah, he's not a play-by-play. He's an analyst. No, yeah, he's not the play-by-play guy. Play-by-play is, yeah. The thing about play-by-play is you got to know so much stuff. Last night, you're just talking about, last weekend he did this. Like, color commentator, analyst, you're just talking through the game. You got to do a lot of research, have a lot of notes prepared to be the play-by-play guy. Don't want to bad to walk the 9-hole guy there. Play-by-play requires like a full-time prep. Yeah, it does. Like play-by-play is a full-time job. Even if you throw it right down the plate, what is the percentage chance they would get a hit? Yeah. That is for Dusty and Kyle. Well, certainly with a 9-hole guy that's hitting like 230, It's not likely. How much prep do you do right now, Dusty? That's a good answer. That's a good question. I'd like to compare it. I'll tell you what I would typically do is I just look at like the previous weekend. Obviously, you look through the lineup, look through the numbers and how guys are doing. But besides that, you don't really like your play-by-play's job is to kind of set you up as the color commentator. So he'll give like the tidbit on, last couple weeks he's been struggling, and this is, what have you seen from him tonight, Kyle? Or what have you seen from tonight, Dusty? Like, so a lot of times, like the play-by-play guy's job is to set you up for things. And then based on what he's telling you, you'll go off of that. Canes, when I was getting shelled in college, Danny Hall made me sit behind the turtle shell in college for the entirety of BP and asked me to watch how many are actually hits. It was humiliating. Oh my gosh. I didn't even know that. When was that? Your junior year, sophomore year? When was that? Let's check back up on this. All right, so Tennessee and Vandy are in the 10th inning. Tennessee does have runners on second and third with 2 outs. But, man, Tennessee struggling to score runs, man. 5 hits on the 9th, just 2 runs. Tennessee's pitching has been really good. They just have not been able to score a ton of runs. I know the real Wiley Ballard did lots of prep for GT radio play-by-play. It was fun to watch, help find stats and fun facts. Yeah. Can you tell the pitch thrown from the booth? Yeah, 100%. You can. Wiley, I like to be familiar with the last 3 games and trends. Otherwise, it's reactive to the game. Yeah. Yeah, you can tell the pitch from the booth like probably 95% of the time. Every once in a while, you'll be like, it throws a backup slider or something, but I texted Wiley today when he was interviewing Acuna right before the game started, and I was like, "Dude, you just mogged Acuna." And he texted me back. He's like, "Good thing." He texted me back. He said something like, "Let me see what he said." He said, "Thank God I wasn't standing next to you, or I'd be in trouble." I said, "I can't disagree." Why he was looking sharp, man, in his suit and tie on field. And like what Dusty said, Wiley is just really good. He's really good. And the thing that Wiley has, which is kind of like something you're born with, is he has the voice. There's a lot of really good play-by-play guys that just don't have like the voice for it, and Wiley does. Yes, there is a monitor with TV view in the booth. Helps a lot of determining pitch. Also have access to metrics. Yeah. Wow, what a double play by Miami. Huge double play. That was an impressive double play. Yeah, I mean, you also a lot of times have like a track man like next to you. At Georgia Tech in the broadcast booth, for example, like the student manager, one of the student managers usually does like the track man thing in the booth right next to you, and usually you can see it. So you can see the spin rate and the exit velocity, and you can talk about it. I texted Wiley yesterday, and he big leagued me. Well, sorry, man. And just for proof, that's it right there. That's Wiley Ballard. Not showing his number, though. So I'm sorry you got big league, Dusty. There were some fellow nerds who couldn't tell what pitch is, even with the metrics. It was very disheartening. Yeah, that's tough. It should be pretty easy to tell that. Oh, yeah. Cuvée coming up. What's the buzz on Cuvée draft profile? I mean, to be honest, I haven't really been seeing much, but I mean, he's got 10 pumps. He's hitting like 330 something. Kyle can't use TrackMan brand name copyright issues. I definitely can use TrackMan. I can say TrackMan. Golly, man, my freaking eyes itching. But I think Cuvée, I think it's probably like back half of the top of the first round. Because he's a good defender. He's hit for power and average every year of his career. Extremely accurate throw, strong arm. Wow, Texas leadoff triple for Mendoza in the bottom of the ninth. OU Texas getting interesting. Dude, there's so many interesting games going on right now. Oh, Clemson's got Legurnick in. Good luck. This guy's nasty. 18 innings, 11 hits given up, 7 walks, 24 Ks. This guy's nasty. Mid-90s. Low three-quarter slot. Tying run on third base, no outs for the Longhorns. Okay, so interesting thing for Texas. Are they going to try to do like a safety type squeeze? You're definitely not, with no outs, you're not going to do a suicide squeeze. You're not going to take that chance. But with 1 out, you're certainly going to take that chance. So that's something to watch. Legurnick is in. Yeah, Legurnick's good, man. I think this guy is nasty AF. Yeah, he is. And one of the things that like blew me away in the Clemson series with Georgia Tech is Georgia Tech was up big. Legurnick came in to kind of get out of a jam, but they were still up big, and they let him go like 3 innings straight and threw like 60+ pitches, and he was burned for the weekend. I did not get that at all. I thought that he would finish that inning out, and then they'd bring in another guy so he can pitch later in the weekend. Like that was a big thing in that series, that Legurnick was not going to be able to come in after Friday, and he pitched in basically a game that was over. He threw like 65 pitches in a game that was over. So that was just crazy. Oof. Down bottom of the zone, inside corner. RBI single for Carson Tinney. Game is tied 3-3. Man, Texas is good, man. That's definitely a ball, but it's good pitch. It's too close to take. Yeah, it's down. It's down, but it's too close to take. Legurnick painting 95, glove side, bottom. Yeah, bottom corner, bottom of the zone, inside. It's probably an inch or two below the zone, but inside corner. Especially with that arm slot, like I guess that would probably fit his spray chart, right? I don't know if I just take out my mic. Like his spray is probably what, like up and away, middle, down and in with that arm path. Runner on first, no outs, bottom 9 for Texas, and it's in Austin too. So Texas is in walk-off watch. Poor man's Chris Sale. Yeah. I don't think he quite has the slider, or sweeper, I guess you call it now, of Chris Sale, but yeah, poor man's probably a good description. Oh. Okay. I thought that was more in the gap. He's kind of playing him in the gap, though. Oh for 4 tonight, hitting 316 with 10 bombs. Dang, that was his pitch right there, too. Right down the middle. That was his pitch. I will say, Cuvier's walks to strikeout ratio has been really good today. Cuvier, yeah, he has 10. His walk to strikeout ratio has been really good this year, but he still has some immature at bats. Legurnic's looking to the dugout and saying, "I'm throwing a fastball," like that, like 100%. He just looked in the dugout and was like, "Call fastball." So you're paying attention. Oh no! Do not let the shortstop. Oh my god! Call him off, left fielder. Good lord, call him off. All right, I'm switching over now. Would hate to be Poman after tonight. Yeah, Poman's gonna be like, crazy. Actually, I want to try to pull up Tennessee, Vandy, and Texas, Oklahoma. Hey, Colin Guy, what's up, JD? Hey, Dusty is here. Yeah, Dusty's back today. Kane says, "Damn, yeah, that's tough." I mean, that's tough, but like the thing is this: what you have to understand is like Clemson's pitching staff is very good. Their offense has not been great. Tennessee, Vandy in the 10th. Yeah, I got that up. I'm pulling up Texas and Oklahoma as well. Aiden Robbins almost a homer, but foul. We flip into that game now. Yeah, I got Tennessee, Vandy up right now. 1 out. Vandy has runners on first and second. So Vandy is on walk-off watch. Tennessee's guy in the game transferred from Kennesaw State. Kennesaw State's got arms, guys. You saw them beat Georgia in the midweek. They got some dudes. Is Hemingway Global here to talk Kennesaw? He has not shown face in the chat tonight. Just makes no sense why he brought in Hugus. I didn't see that part of the game, Kane, so I can't speak on it. Robbins, the warning track on the next pitch, fly out. This wind is just killing the ball. He has no business even being on our roster, so to pinch hit him in that situation makes no sense regardless of lefty righty. Hugus got not that. No, Dusty. He's talking about another guy. Griffin Hugus was drafted last year. Fleet Sports Advising. Yeah, it's his brother. Wow, 90 right down the middle by you. Is this gun off? X-Chat very quiet. YouTube very active. Yeah, it's always like that. Tough to pinch hit Hugus, who's carrying a 0.00 batting average. Yeah, that's kind of strange. Oh, you catcher, perfect throw. Texas is caught stealing 2 outs now. Elander on the hot seat. Not quite. Not quite. I think listen, with what Tony V did at Texas or Tennessee, I think a lot of people think now Tennessee should be a top 5 team every year, and they do not have the team to be that this year. I think most people heading into the season saw them as like a middle of the pack SEC team, which is still a really good team, but they didn't see them as like a top 3, top 4 SEC team. So I think like now they have had some bad losses. The offense has not looked great this year, but the pitching staff's been great. So I think Tennessee's going to be fine. They're just not going to be like the Tennessee of the last couple of years where they, they're hitting 200 home runs a year. Texas OU heads extra innings. Elander not the guy. I think Elander is the guy, Dusty. We'll see, though, right? We'll see. Can never be too sure. Oh, my gosh. I haven't talked about the Kennesaw State win. I mean, it's against Delaware. I mean, Delaware is 1-6 in Conference USA. They're 10-16. Cooper McMullen was really good. Again, he was great against Liberty last weekend on Friday. 6 innings, 6 hits, 3 walks, 3 Ks, 97 pitches. And he is like 94, 96, like serious stuff. So he's going to be really good for Kennesaw. Lock in on the chat. We've got Hemingway Global back finally. I know. I said hi. It's not a big weekend for Kennesaw. Like, they should probably sweep Delaware. You know what I mean? Who's the guy for UT? Poman is going crazy. Why did McMullen leave Tech? I don't know. I do not know, man. And Vandy walks it off. Tennessee loses. Yeah, I'll tell you, McMullen would be a very good arm for Georgia Tech this year. So I don't know. I honestly, I can't tell you why he transferred. Maybe Dusty has some dope on that. Late to the party. Hi, guys. What's up, Nancy? Good to see you in here. Is Hemingway a KSU guy? Sorry, I'm admittedly out of touch with the new crew. Yeah, Hemingway is a KSU, Georgia Tech, and LSU guy. So make that make sense. If you had to name some overrated teams right now, who would be your top 3? Oregon State would be probably number 1. And that's solely based on they don't play anybody, so there's no way to know how good they are. Like, unfortunately, that's just reality. Mercer is beating Oklahoma or Oregon State 5-3, top 7. Mercer, who is having a great year so far, 21-4 on the year, but Oregon State's supposed to be a really good team, right? And they do have their Friday night guy is one of the best pitchers in the country. Mercer's up 5-3. But overrated, I mean, certainly you could look at Tennessee solely because the offense has been, quite frankly, anemic. But in the top 25, I think A&M up there as well. They beat Missouri 11-9 tonight. We got to see how legitimate Nebraska is. They're number 24. They beat Indiana 6-5 tonight. But outside of that, I mean, I feel like most of the top 25 is pretty well deserving. You know, when you're looking at overrated teams in the top 25, you're typically going to look at the SEC teams that are not performing great, but they're in the top 25 basically because they're in the SEC. And certainly you could put Tennessee in that equation right now. Hemingway says, I'm a Tech and KSU fan. Yeah, LSU too. OSU beat USC midweek. Yeah, it's a midweek, though. It's midweek. Like midweek, it's not a great example of like how good a team is. We're on to Texas, Oklahoma. That's right. Excuse me. Golly. Was disappointed UF beat FSU. Yeah, I mean, listen, Florida's good, man. Florida may have the deepest pitching staff in the country. Their offense just hasn't been great. What's the Texas game on? Why is it not showing up? Is it on like YouTube TV or something? We are supposed to believe that this pitcher for Texas isn't 40 years old with 3 kids. What is it on ESPN Plus? Oh yeah, why didn't it? I type in Texas, it doesn't show up. I type in Oklahoma, it does. Okay. Yeah, this guy for Texas. Jeez, this guy looks like he does look like he's 40. Big H, I'm a Clemson fan and FSU fan. When they play each other, it's go Noles, however. Man, how can you be a fan of two teams in the ACC? What's up, Jeremy? Jeremy says it's SEC Network. Yeah. Yeah, for some reason I typed in Texas and it wasn't up near the top, and I typed in Oklahoma, it was right at the top. So how does that make sense? It's on the ESPN app. Got to scroll all the way down for whatever reason. Yeah, make it make sense. 40 is ancient. I can't even imagine being like 34 plus. Thanks. Appreciate that. He's out. What was that slide by Oklahoma? Terrible slide. Popped up too early. He didn't slide into the bag. What are you doing? He popped up, didn't even get to the base. Granddad went to Clemson and has preached them my whole life, but we live in Tallahassee. Okay, all right, okay. At least it's like, you know, logically it makes sense. But man, Oklahoma, what are you doing there? At least you should have had a runner on second with 2 outs, and guy just pop-up slide. He just did a pop-up slide 2 feet in front of second base. Bad slides are in right now. They are, man. Just slide into the base. Not sure what was going on there. Anyone else see the we're looking at the replay right now, like, yeah, just a bad slide. Did you guys see that Grand Canyon's head coach got fired today, mid-season? His first year, they won the WAC. Second year, first in the WAC. Last year, third. This year, they're having a down year. They're 8-18. Fired. at Grand Canyon. Wow. Holy cow. Ads on YouTube live streams have me red-faced. Hey, I don't control it, all right? It's monetized stream. They put them on there. Don't get mad at me, Jeremy. That pitcher for Texas, a freshman, he's so good. Cozart. Poman is going off. Of course he is. I always get mad as soon as Kyle starts reading my comment. Algorithm despises me. Oh, my God. No ads on the X stream. I think he might have actually been safe. No, he wasn't, dude. He wasn't. He wasn't. The tag got him. Kyle, get in here and just antagonize him for the viewers in here. No, I'm not. I can't. I got to protect my mental health because I can't converse with someone who doesn't, whose entire argument is going to be based off of an emotions based on a loss. Dan Jaffe, next Grand Canyon head coach, would fire me up. That would fire me up. I'm taking over the GC job. It's a heck of a job. They got great facilities, great support. But still crazy that you have a rough start to a year after doing great for 3 years, and you finish first, and third in conference, and now you're out. How many games are going on right now? There's still a decent amount. I kind of want to pull up the Mercer and Oregon State games. I want to see Mercer close it out. I'm going to pull up the live stats for it. Texas with the Lenia to lead off the inning. Runner on first. He's talking about coaching 11 under baseball. Oh my God. Who are we trying to antagonize? So Wiley, after every Miami baseball game, there's they have a Twitter space with all the Miami fans. And there's a guy in there named Poman. And he is, last year, me and Dusty would go into these spaces and be like, yeah, nothing worth panicking over yet. They're all saying JD needs to be fired. JD's terrible. And me and Dusty are like, JD's the guy for the job. It's early in the year. You don't need to panic yet. They're going to be fine. This is a rough pot. Miami's schedule last year was so front loaded. They played all their most difficult matchups the first 4 weeks. And their back half was pretty much a cakewalk. And we're like, listen, you just got to survive and try to come out of this near 500 and you'll be fine. Lo and behold, Miami ends up making the super regional, whatever. But Poman told me and Dusty that we're idiots. We have no idea what we're talking about. And then he was eating crow because he was wrong. I'll mobilize quickly. I'm taking over FSU football job. Pay me $120 million to suck every year. I could do it. Great. Yeah, for real. Wiley, get in here and troll Poman, please. Oh, man, Poman is a legend. I need to get him. Where do I find this? Where's Poman at, and what can I say to troll him? I have all the recordings of Dusty and Kyle going to war with Poman. It's not even like we were going to war with them. We were just saying, hey... Hey, Dusty, quick stat from Georgia Tech Twitter. The Jackets have won the opening game of the first 7 series of the season for the first time since 2013, when future big leaguer Buck Farmer was pitching on Friday nights. There's not anybody on that staff that could hold Buck Farmer's jockstrap. I'll say it like that. Buck Farmer was a just unbelievable college pitcher. Unbelievable. And then got better in pro ball. He was a low 90s, touching 94, maybe a 95, with an elite changeup, pretty good slider, all 3 for strikes whenever he wanted. And then he got to pro ball and he was 94, 97. It was the craziest thing. But maybe it was the guns. Maybe it's the juiced guns. My brother dies of laughter every time Poman starts going to war with people. Dude, he's just it's just he's irrational and he's emotional. That's the problem is I just can't be bothered to have a conversation with the guy because, when Miami's winning, it's JD's amazing, JD's the best. And as soon as they lose one game, right, it's not like they haven't lost the series yet. You're on the road at Clemson, brutal environment. Clemson's definitely better than they have played. And you're 1-1 in the series where you're 1-1 without AJ Siskar. So, like, you still got a chance to win the series tomorrow. Texas is showing bunt, trying to get the runner in the scoring position. What is he, a woman? I don't think so. I don't think so. And Nancy Pygal may find that offensive. This Oklahoma arm is pretty decent, huh? 90 set lefty, 97. Not sure he knows where it's going. Okay, that unskippable 30s Just Bats ad, just insured I'll never buy from them. This is the first time I've heard anyone talk about ads. Like, do they not play on the other streams? No offense, Nancy, you're a dude in my books. Do you even think that NCSU kid was even more mad knowing he got fanned in a big spot by a 30-year-old Indian dude? I think he's just mad in general. I don't think it had anything to do with Mason Patel on the mound. I mean, listen, Mason Patel out of the bullpen for Georgia Tech has basically been lights out. No ads are specific to YouTube. I know, but YouTube is getting bad on live streams. Buck, do they show up in the other streams? I haven't heard you guys talk about them at all. First, I've experienced them on your live stream, experienced them on others. Yeah, that's what I was about to say, because I've never heard anyone say anything about ads on my streams. So maybe they just upped my ads on there. On your other streams that I've watched, I would only get an ad when first clicking onto it. And in this one, it's kind of a lot, but I get you got to make money. But I haven't changed anything. That's what I'm saying. I haven't like changed a setting. So I don't know why that's happening. Oh my, where was that pitch? I have YouTube Premium. Wait, we get it, Canes. We get it. You got money, all right? We get it. Patel was prepped for this moment by facing WB's high school squad in 2017. First time on yours. Yeah, I've never heard any of you guys even say anything about him. 99. This lefty's throwing 99. Dude, what is your kick with Patel being so good out of the bullpen? What do you mean? The numbers are what the numbers are. For like 80% of the season last year, he was virtually unhittable. And I think the real reason why he struggled near the end is because he had thrown more innings than some of our starters. You think about it like that. And then this year, he's had 3 outings out of the bullpen, hasn't given up a run, basically not giving up base runners. They show up in all of them, and it's ridiculous, double, unskippable, and all the ads are slop products or services. Canes, does YouTube know where your premium money comes from? It's a good question. Truth, Big H. First travel ball game of the spring tomorrow? Travel ball game of the spring. Where is it going to be at? Dusty, what do you got on this lefty for Oklahoma? He looks like he's about 6'5", and he's pumping 99 from the left side. He's not throwing anything but fastballs, and rightfully so. I will say, Dusty, I noticed tonight that like Patel was throwing way more fastballs than he typically does. And it just seems like that's the formula for him. But I think for the rest of the pitchers, like it keeps him off the off speed. It just makes the changeup actually play like a changeup. It makes the slider play like a slider. New Jersey. Let me know who impresses you. Dusty, rip some hot Georgia Tech takes, please. Can't just be in here griping about Kyle's opinions. Yeah, I mean, what is going on in this Texas-Oklahoma game? Late. OU coach fighting the ump. Dusty says there's rats in the chat. That's what he's saying. He can't give his opinions. Patel looks comfortable again. I agree, Nancy. He looks like he did for 80% of the season last year. And like I said, the reason I think he kind of fell off near the end and like in the regional was he had thrown more innings than like all of the starting pitchers out of the bullpen. So, like, he literally was basically a starter. He had thrown more innings. If you go back and look at the stats, actually, I can do that right now, just because I'm interested to see it. I mean, oh, here we go. Okay. Oh, they don't have it up. They don't have it in the archive, man. Can't find it. Your opinions are safe here unless they're racist. True. Dusty, how are you really feeling about Georgia Tech? Tate going longer help thoughts on him? And Oklahoma will lose. Texas walks it off. Great at bat, man. Left on left with that guy pumping high 90s. Dude, 70 innings is like more than big league relievers throw. What are you talking about? He threw 70 innings out of the bullpen as a reliever in college baseball. He was averaging more than an inning a game. Why do you think they don't have it in the archives? It's incriminating evidence. I don't know. It's the latest, the last year they have in the archives. The most up to date is the 2023 season. So they don't have a few seasons in there. OU sucks. OU doesn't suck, but Texas is really good, man. Non-Patel bullpen will take Georgia Tech to the regionals and no further. Yeah, I mean, you're not. I mean, there's a lot of people with that sentiment, Bucky. Is they need to see, like, with Patel, how he's thrown out of the bullpen so far this year, breaking for one political take. What is it, Canes? Oh, Hyrule decided to jump in the chat once Texas won. Wow. What's up, Hyrule? Yeah, but it wasn't true reliever innings, and you know that. You can't have it both ways. I don't know what you mean by true reliever innings. I mean, he would come in like the 4th or 5th inning and finish the game, or he'd come in the 6th and finish the game in tight games. A revolution is currently going on in Bahrain. Let's check it out. Oh, no. Golly, man. Saw Georgia Tech has some new lights. Anyone see those live? I saw them at the end of the game. Yeah, they must have upgraded to some LEDs. Great game. Hook 'em. Texas is tough to beat, man. Yeah, there's some stuff going on in Bahrain for sure. The golf's on fire, man. Like this is not good. The golf is on fire. Dusty hates a super reliever. Hook 'em, baby. I have roots in Austin. Yeah, Dusty, I forgot you lived there for a little bit. Used to live off 35 at Hyrule. Mike Marshall, 1974, Cy Young, over 200 innings pitched, 0 starts. Yeah, I mean, they were built different back then. Let me go in and turn these off. Yeah, it's just on a... Yeah, it's the exact same setting. I don't know why it's doing that. Take it to the bank. I'm sure it's making me a ton of money. Texas, for once in their lives, clutched up in the 9th. Dude, Hyrule, cut it out. Texas is, like, amazing right now. Stop it with the negativity. The gosh darn negativity. There is so much of nothing in Texas. Well, I mean, certainly West Texas. Like, if you've ever driven through Texas, and I did drive once from Atlanta to Scottsdale for spring training, once you get outside of Fort Worth, headed west, bro, there's a lot of Texas that is just completely empty. Completely empty. It's like 80 miles to the next exit. And the exit is like, you know, it's a gas station and like nothing. It's just a gas station. And it's like the trucker gas stations, because like they're the only vehicles on the road. Over 100 appearances, but Dusty would say that doesn't count as true innings. Hashtag sad. Chill out, Hyrule. You're fine. Culturally evaporative place. I don't know if you can say that about Texas. Wiley, you have it all wrong. I'm saying the same thing you are. Bucky, you must not have seen the Latina mommies in Tejas. Buck's only got eyes for one woman, all right? He's a faithful man. I'm just being a troll, Dusty. Texas is awesome. Yeah, I agree. Texas is awesome. Daddy likey the Tejas mommies. Texas has nothing beyond brisket. They got good. What do you mean? They got great Tex-Mex, if you want to call it that, but they have great, like, actually authentic Mexican food. What are you talking about, Buck? Buck's just like, you know, Buck's a hater. Faithful didn't judge me, Kyle. I don't know what that means either. I'm kind of lost on what you're saying today, Buck. Is Loy starting tomorrow? From what I've heard, no. Ironic considering your name, Buck E. Thank you, Pie Gal, for being our North Star. Brisket. Yeah, I mean, if it was really only brisket, that'd be perfectly fine. That would be perfectly fine. I mean, both. I have my wife's entire extended family is in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and a few down like near Houston. So we go there almost. We used to go every year. We go like every other year now, and like I always love getting the barbecue. And I've even been to Buc-ee's. Chicken was truck stop okay. Loy is not starting tomorrow. Nope. Saw it was Burdell, so wasn't sure. Yeah, I think we may see. I am not at liberty to announce. I think we may see an opener possibly. Texas also gave us the only televised presidential assassination. That's true. Awful loss tonight. Awful base running. Too many errors. Yeah. I mean, still in the game, but yeah. I mean, I didn't get to watch most of the Miami games, so I didn't get to see a lot of that stuff. But you know, yeah. Anytime you make, you know, Miami's defense in Clemson has not been great. So true, David. Keep glazing. Texas is 22-4 and are 6-2 in the SEC right now. They gave up 3 runs to a very good Oklahoma offense, and prior to tonight, their last 2 SEC games, they shut out number 4 Auburn and number 8 Oklahoma. 100%. Kyle doesn't go on the family trips to Texas anymore because he gets bullied by his brother-in-law. Oh my God. It's that time of night where you just can't believe a word Dusty says. Sorry, what did I miss as I was sitting through a 30-second unskippable ad? Nothing. You missed nothing. I don't know why the ads are like. I'm just going to see if I can turn them off. But when I get the analytics on how much money was made on this stream tonight, maybe I'll turn them up, you know? Bucky, just get premium, brokey. Why is JD using Jackson Hughes in the 9th? He's the worst baseball player in the ACC. Yeah, I can't answer that one, Blue Green Street. That one, I don't really understand. Texas, to me, seems like a leap ahead of the rest of the field. Yeah, I agree. I think they have like just a really complete team. They, you know, it's a Jim Schlossnagle coach team, so they will take Kyle taking 30 cents to the bank. Yeah, exactly. They run the bases well. They play defense well. They don't make mistakes. They can really pitch. They can really hit. They got elite pitching. Their offense is really good. It's not quite elite, but it's really good. So that's a recipe for like an Omaha team. And they're playing like an Omaha team. You know, they're beating really good teams. Kyle, I think I have more loose change in my car than you will ever make off ads. I don't think so. I don't think that's the case, but it's certainly not that much. I don't think you have that much loose change, but it's not, I'm not acting like it's a massive amount of money, but it's weird because I have not changed any of the settings. And for some reason you guys are getting like a crazy amount of ads. High rule, don't start. I don't want to have to give you hands. Yes. How will anyone hear about Solitaire Dash if they're not on the stream? Solitaire Dash. Oh my gosh. All right, let's actually wait. We've got to check on this Mercer game. 5-4 Mercer, top 8. Oh, it's 5-5 now. Oregon State's tied it up. No. Wait a effing second. Is Kyle making money off of us? Wiley, what did I say? Yeah, the stream is a YouTube video that will make money no matter what. Because I have my channel is monetized. And it's been monetized for the last like 2 years. I'm going to buy ad space on Kyle's channel and show 30 seconds of my hawk. But he is the last person to pay fantasy football dues. Hey, what can I say? Let me see if I can find the Oregon State Mercer game. Is that even televised? I don't see it. Maybe if I tell Mercer. Nope. I don't think so. It's not even on TV, man. It's not even on ESPN Plus. My vids have ads, but I don't make money. You got? Is it not monetized? Tell us more, Kyle. Texas is very good. I would like to see the offense score in more varied ways. They seem to play for big innings too much rather than manufacturing runs. Their bullpen has talent, but most of the relief pitchers need their roles better determined. I think their starting pitching could be the best in the nation. Let's all boycott the stream. I'll start now. Dusty, you're just going to bed. By the way, ACC never played me in college football 26. Coward. You deserve to get paid. You do good work, Kyle. Thank you, Huge Hefner. Thank you, Huge Hefner. I appreciate that. You're financially wise to pay dues late because $1 ain't worth $1 in 3 months. 100%, right? I'm paying less. Unacceptable behavior from ACC Buzz. I agree, Hyrule. Yeah, Andy's not in the stream. But anyway, guys, that's going to be it for me tonight. I will be back tomorrow night. After a lot of the Saturday games, we'll talk about, maybe some series to get one. We'll see if Miami wins the series tomorrow. But thanks for joining in. Appreciate Dusty. Finally, Ponder is such a wise ass. 100%. 100%. But who's Ponder? I don't know who Ponder is. We boomers need to go to bed, right, Dusty? Yeah, I got to go to bed. I'm falling asleep over here. But appreciate you guys. Thanks for joining. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Have a good night.